Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rachel E. Scott. I'm a self-published author, which means that I write, market, and publish my books by myself. And we are on a journey to rewatch the entire Vampire Diaries series. Today, we are rewatching Season 1, Episode 3. And I'm really excited because I think we're getting into the juicy bits of the episode, or of the series. So let's go ahead and get into this rewatch. If you're new here, with these reaction videos, I have to cut them up quite a bit just because of copyright issues, which is a really big pain in the butt. And so if you want to see the entire reaction, they are available on my Patreon page. They are much longer and a lot of fun. And so I'm going to try, though, today to pause if I'm going to talk very much, like pause the video, because otherwise what ends up happening is that I'm talking and I'm reacting, but the show is also going, and so when I want to post the reaction to YouTube, I have to re-edit it multiple times before YouTube is happy enough with me to let me post it. So we're going to try to pause a little bit more today to make sure that we don't run into that issue. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, if you want to see longer versions, go to my Patreon page. There's also other things on there. Audiobooks, longer versions of other things I've done on YouTube. There's exclusive book content, all kinds of fun stuff. So anyways, also I know I don't look as like nice today as I do sometimes on other days. But today is just, I'm getting ready to fly. Actually, I fly out tomorrow morning at like 4 in the morning to go visit my brother, my sister-in-law, and my little baby nephew. And I'm really excited, but I'm like so tired and a little bit stressed, although I finally got my bag packed, so we're all good there and it's under the weight limit. So I was like, you know what, I still need to do one more reaction video before I leave so that everything is scheduled and ready. So we're just gonna go ahead and get into this. So I digress, let's stop talking and let's start reacting. Is this too bright, do you think? I just feel like it's gonna get really warm, and then it's also shining on me, which is making it really hard to see the screen. So I'm gonna go ahead and put up my makeshift curtain real quick. There we go. Now we can see each other. Well, at least I can see you. Has this been like this the whole time? And you didn't tell me? Lovely. Also, this little setup is for me to be able to film with my phone. And then if you hear noises, it is most likely my dog. My office door is open right now to the like outside world. So if things get a little bit noisy, I'll shut it. But it should be okay. There's no storms today, so that'll make things a little bit easier. So let's go ahead and get started. So today I'm not gonna look at the rating of the episode yet until I've already watched it and given my rating of it, and then we'll see what the IMDb rating is for this episode, because I'm curious to see if IMDb and I agree. I'm really excited. I love this show so much. Oh, it's a football game one. Okay, I'm so excited right now.
Previously on the Vampire Diaries.
For over a century, I have lived in secret. It's for me to know and you to ...
I was hoping I'd see you again.
Doesn't Catherine say that again in like season, I don't know, 8? Right? She does, doesn't she? I'm pretty sure. I'm just baffled. Like, what 17-year-old has this like much lingerie? Like, this isn't just a bra. This is like clearly lingerie that she purchased. I'm no 17-year-old I ever knew.
Get away from me!
This could have gone a completely different way.
I don't know. I really hate that we open with this, just because like it's effective if you're trying to create a bad guy. But even at this stage of the show, I don't think they were ever trying to create Damon as like the ultimate baddie who was going to stay bad. Like, the intent was always to kind of make him waver. And portraying somebody who is presumably, what is Damon? Let's find out. How old is Damon in the Vampire Diaries? He's 25. He's portraying a 25-year-old. So Damon was turned into a vampire when he was 25 years old. And he's currently dating a 17-year-old. That would be like me as a 30-year-old. Let me do the math. 8 years difference. Me dating a 22-year-old. It's a little bit different because a 22-year-old is living a similar life to what I would be living. A 17-year-old when I was 25. I don't love it, especially when you put it in a predatory vibe like they're making Damon. He's not dating Caroline because he likes her. It's not like with him and Elena where he's actually interested in her genuinely. He's sleeping with Caroline because she's a well of information. And he's going to utilize her. And she's food. So, I don't love it. I don't love it. And it's interesting because, spoiler for anybody who's never watched the show, once we get past this, like, run of them together, we don't really ever mention it again. For the most part. Like, Caroline mentions it, like, briefly, but we don't really ever talk about it again. And I think it's because the showrunners realized it makes Damon look really bad. And it does. So I'm not a huge fan of that. Because I know that Damon is going to get better, I don't love that we're putting him in that position because it's hard to come back from that. It's okay.
I scored 2 tickets to the Posers Saturday night. They're playing at the Rat. Like that. Come on. I want you to go.
Tell me something. Was it the drugs? Were you sleeping with me because of the drugs? No, if there's another reason, please, I'm all ears.
I don't understand why she's still not wanting to date Jeremy. Like, if you're willing to be seen with him, like, as friends, why wouldn't you be willing to be seen with him as dating? Is it just because she's still trying to catch Tyler? Why? Tyler sucks.
Morning, Bonnie.
Hey, I gotta find Caroline. She's not answering her phone, so... See you guys. Bonnie, wait.
All because she felt some weird mojo?
She doesn't know you.
Well, what are they doing? Oh, they're walking. Walking. Yep. Right into the sunset. What a dick.
I feel like that's exactly how guys would rub each other, though.
Gnomes.
Other Elena that you have yet to meet. She was into everything. Very busy.
Well, I look forward to meeing her. And Mom will that be?
Too.
Nina Dobrev is playing this, like, so well. Everything she's saying feels so natural, and I sometimes can't tell if it's the writing that's good or if it's just her playing it that's good. Like, everyone else is doing good, too, but, I mean, she's so good. And she's so young here, too. What is she, like, 20? She's so good. And Stefan is feeling so much more natural than he did in the first episode, and, like, their chemistry is starting to get better.
Anyone got anything?
Okay, I know it's not the numbers from Lost, but it reminds me of it. What is it? 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42? Oh, I wish they had used the numbers from Lost. That would have been so much fun. Oh my gosh. Oh, I would have been so happy, but it does give me Lost vibes. By the way, I have decided to also rewatch Lost on camera because that is my favorite drama show of all time, and I want the internet to be as obsessed as I am. So we are going to do that when I get back from my trip. So be on the lookout. In November, we're going to start Lost, and you'll understand what I'm talking about if you don't already.
19. Martin Luther King.
68.
Lincoln.
1865.
Roe versus Wade.
1973.
Look it up, somebody. Quickly.
He can't look it up himself.
53.
What a jackrabbit.
You have to give him a chance. Tonight's no good.
See, a smart friend wouldn't have told her about Stefan. She would have just been like, Dad, come to dinner, and then Stefan's just there.
Going to be there.
That's what I would do.
I wasn't here then, sir. And you're not here now, as far as I'm concerned. I realize that you and I didn't get off to the best start, and I want to apologize for that. I've played football before, wide receiver mostly, and I'm pretty good.
Well, I won't be asking you who won the Super Bowl in 71.
71 was... Sorry, I understand that, sir.
Just to see you get knocked on your ass. Change my mind.
That was almost a nice, like, little truce moment until he said that about getting knocked on his
First my
ass.
girlfriend.
I get it, we're not trying to
Caroline?
redeem Mr. Tanner, but we could have.
It's not like... It's not a mystery guy. That's Damon Salvatore. Salvatore? As in Stefan?
I mean, he's being pretty casual about something that
You don't mind.
could be considered statutory rape.
Hey, that was my bad. Yeah. All right.
And I would like to point out, for all of the Matt Donovan haters in the world, that is the very first like piece of evidence that I'm gonna place in the argument of why Matt Donovan is a gem. He's still in love with his ex-girlfriend. We don't know it yet, but he's completely alone. All he has is his sister, who's his older sister, but does not behave like an older sister. She's not taking care of him in any way. He's the one who's supporting everybody and taking care of everybody. This kid has not got a lot going for him, and yet he's showing, like, respect and kindness to someone who is directly in, like, the way of his happiness. Like, Stefan is a pressure point for him, and yet Matt is gonna go and be like a gentleman. And good on you, Matt Donovan. Find you a Matt Donovan. Those are the men of the world that are worth wanting.
I've come to apologize. I've been doing some thinking, some soul searching, and I want us to start over.
That was really good acting on Ian's part. Like,
Of course it doesn't.
it was convincingly unconvincing.
I saw Elena today, BTW, that means, by the way, she's a cheerleading practice. She looks so perky in her little short shorts. Just simmer down, I didn't even go near.
That line about Elena in the short shorts. Listen, I'm not I don't want to be like you're not ever allowed to objectify someone in like a respectful way or in just like an honest way that this is the way someone behaves. But the fact that this is once again another moment where we're seeing Damon be kind of icky about women, like predatory, it's building a very specific type of vibe. And having just watched later seasons of the Vampire Diaries more recently, they don't click together for me right now. I know we get a like journey for Damon, but this is kind of like how Tyler was trying to assault Vicky in the first episode, and they eventually kind of like dropped that and never mentioned it again. The same thing happens here, where they went really hard trying to paint the bad guys as really bad guys doing really nasty things, and then later realized they wanted those bad guys to be a little bit more nuanced and a little bit more gray. But it's like, you can't, especially sexual stuff, when you get icky or cruel or like depraved about sexual stuff in particular, it's really hard to justify romanticizing a character after that. It's not that people can't be redeemed from that, but then when you romanticize that character and they're not actually ever having to like pay for what they did, it's hard to watch those moments. So I don't love this version of Damon. I love how snarky he's being. I love how Ian's playing it. I love that he's plotting and he's being the bad guy. He's doing it great. I just don't love the sexualness of the bad guy stuff. I wish they had left that out. It just makes it harder to make that character likable later. That's really my only big criticism for this episode so far.
You explain
honestly.
it. Last night I'm watching Nino. What was she like?
She was beautiful. A lot like you in that department.
So, which one of you dated her first?
I quit cheerleading if I were you.
Why do you say that?
Oh, I saw you at practice. You look miserable.
I'm sorry. About Catherine. You lost her too.
That is one of the best moments in the whole show. Maybe ever, but especially in this first season. I love seeing Damon and Elena getting along, and I love how quickly she clocks his humanity. I love that it gives us like this, it already feeds the idea that there might be something between them. It feeds the idea that Damon can be saved, and it feeds the idea that like the relationship between the brothers isn't over, that it's not, dead and buried. This again, though, makes it weird to me that they were trying to put so much weird behavior from Damon with the whole Caroline thing, and then the way that he's being predatory with Elena in some ways. It's weird. I get him singling Elena out wanting to use compulsion on her for the sake of getting back at Stefan and for the sake of achieving his own endgame. I get that, but I don't know why they're trying to put like this sexual spin on it, or why he's like sexually in a relationship with Caroline without it just being like he's getting like information from her and not having the sexual part of it. I don't understand why they're adding that stuff in, because it's very clear from this scene that they intended Damon to be more than just the bad guy. So I don't know why. I don't know if it's because they're trying to show like how hard he's trying to act like a bad guy. I just wish they had chosen a few different things. They were careful though not to have him compel Caroline into sleeping with him, because that would have been straight up assault. So I'm glad they didn't do that. But it's just kind of a weird, I don't know why they're doing it that way, but I love the scene. I think in this first season, the few times we see her with Damon, for me, have more connection than the ones where she's with Stefan. I think because her and Ian, who plays Damon, ended up dating. I don't know if they were already dating at this point or not, but they dated for a couple of seasons of the show. And so their chemistry is just so obvious, versus Stefan and Elena's chemistry, because the actors aren't getting along in real life. Like, it plays as this like very longing, stoic, dramatic type of thing, but it's lacking like a real connection for me. But I think that it comes along later when the two of them actually become friends. Or maybe it's just these first few episodes. We'll see as the episodes go on, because the acting usually loosens up. People get more comfortable with each other, they get more comfortable with their characters and all the things, so we'll see. Oh, that's right. I was gonna say, this is moving so fast. I remember now. So we're still using the crow thing. So essentially they're saying Damon was there giving her that dream. Which is so creepy.
You suffered a great loss. You're not the same person.
I feel like they're kind of trying to do with him what they did with Edward, where Edward kind of talks odd because he's from a different time. Like, they're kind of trying to make Stefan talk odd in some ways.
I'd very much like it if you wear it.
Very much like it. I can appreciate the fact that they're trying to make Stefan sound accurate to the time frame that he came from, but they're not doing that with Damon. Maybe it's because they're trying to separate the two brothers more, but I don't love it, because it's making it hard to connect with Stefan. It makes it feel like everything he says sounds kind of like weird. Like it was definitely written by somebody and not something you would naturally say. And I know that they drop it eventually, just hope they drop it soon, because I'm not a big fan. Like, he's just being so serious
really
and like somber all the time.
I quit. You start.
He's kind of boring right now, if I'm being honest. Like, he's sweet, but he's also just kind of not being given much of a personality at the moment. Which I don't blame the character, I blame the writing.
And you're not in uniform because?
That was great. That was fantastic.
Well, she's awfully young.
Not much younger than you are.
When I googled it, it said he's 25. Are they trying at this point? They haven't really decided it, and they're trying to pretend that he's like 19 or 20 or something. I think that might be what's happening, because I'm like, no, 25 is quite a bit older than 17. Like, y'all are like 7 years apart. That's a long... Wait. No, you're 8 years apart. That is a long freaking distance when you're 17 years old. So I'm thinking that maybe they were trying to get away with saying that he's 19 or 20, which he's clearly not. Yeah, that must be what's happening. So I'm like, yes, he is much older. Like, Elena, what are you talking about?
You want me.
Excuse me?
I get to you. You find yourself drawn to me. You think about me even when you don't want to think about me. I bet you even dreamed about me.
Ooh, kind of dangerous to drop that.
Right now, you want to kiss me?
Interesting choice to have Damon go so hard for her. I am curious what his exact plan was in mind.
Yeah, Jeremy's back. He's a messed up kid. Somebody's got to look out for him.
I know. This week at practice, I was a dick.
Had your reasons.
No excuse. Good luck tonight.
That is a good man, Matthew Donovan. We love you. What a good dude.
I was worried that you had no humanity left inside of you. that you may have actually become the monster that you pretend to be?
Who's pretending?
Then kill me. And that, my brother, that is your humanity.
That's my humanity. And what's this?
Two things. One, I'm torn because I'm sad that Tanner died. He's not a very nice person, but people dying is really never a great thing. Also, though, I'm excited because it means we get somebody new next week. But two, has Stefan never watched a TV show or a movie or read a book? Because it's pretty much always a bad idea to tell someone who's bad that you know, wow, that was a deep sigh, that you know deep down that they're good. Because people who behave like Damon does, where they're just volatile and always reactive, giving them an expectation that you believe that they are actually good deep down only upsets them. But when you tell someone, I know you're actually a good person deep down, and I know that this is all just a play, when you point out their defense mechanism, it only makes them more upset, and I think more defensive, rather than like Elena's approach was to go, I see your pain, and I want you to know that I care about it. Stefan's is to basically invalidate Damon's facade, is to go, it's not working. And it feels more, Elena's approach feels more empathetic. Stefan's feels more almost like they're in a struggle, and he thinks that it's giving him an upper hand. I know that he cares about his brother, but it's not reading that way to Damon. Like, Damon knows he cares, but Damon, I think, also deep down knows that that affection may not last if he were to actually try and fail. So it's interesting to see how Damon reacted to Elena kind of calling out what's going on inside of Damon versus Stefan calling it out, and how Damon reacted and how those two approached it differently. I like that they did both of those, and this is a consistent pattern for Stefan, so I feel like it's actually, I'm not mad that he did that. I mean, I think it was stupid, but I also think that it's a pattern that Stefan does quite frequently. So anyways, long spiel is, I liked that because I like how it mirrored what Elena did, and I like that it's consistent for Stefan, and I like that it makes Damon dig in more into being the villain, because we need that from him right now in the story, because that's the part he's playing. It was stupid, though. Oh no, I forgot it was Matt who finds him. Oh, that makes me so sad. Matt's been through too much. He doesn't need this.
Somebody help!
They should have let it be an adult. Matt doesn't need that trauma. Also, they never clarify how quickly can the vampire kill someone via draining their blood. Because sometimes they'll have a vampire sit there and suck the blood out of someone for like ever, and then they'll stop and then they'll go back to it, and that person still walks away alive, and then sometimes it's literally like 3 seconds and then that person's dead, and it's like, what are the rules? There are none. It's the truth.
It wasn't just for the drugs.
There's so many hurting teenagers in this show, and they all need so much help. Where's social services? Where are the school counselors? Where are the parents? They haven't cast any besides Sheriff Forbes. Have they cast Sheriff Forbes? Have we met her? I don't think we have. Wow, the only adult we've met is Jenna, and we haven't seen her in 2 episodes. Crazy.
Come out of the woods and attack someone in the middle of town.
No, she was in last episode. I take it back.
I don't know. No love. Only a monster who must be stopped.
That last moment of Damon watching her while she's sleeping. Okay, listen, guys, particularly men in the world, because you guys do this more than women do. Stalking is never okay. It's creepy. It's gross. Okay? Just stop. Just stop. Don't be predatory. Don't be icky. Don't be gross. Don't do that. If you like a girl, talk to the girl. If you don't have access to the girl because she's famous, don't talk to the girl. Find a real girl in your real life and be normal and be appropriate and don't hurt people. It's gross. Let's not do that. And if you have the urge to do that, I encourage you to go to Jesus and talk to him about it. Okay? Thank you. But in this scenario, they took something earlier that was so gross, which was when Damon was watching her as the crow and giving her this sexual dream of him. So nasty. It's so predatory. It's just screwing with her head for the sake of screwing with her head. It's sexually motivated. It's like possessively motivated and like power motivated. It's so gross. And then they changed it at the end there to be a moment of there's no sexualness to it. It's not like he's watching her with the intent to assault her or daydreaming about being intimate with her. He's just watching her, and you can see it on his face as this like sense of safety almost. Like he feels safety with her. Like for once in 145 years, someone saw a glimpse of my pain and darkness and they weren't afraid of it. They weren't disgusted by it. They weren't disappointed in it. They looked it in the face and then comforted me anyway. And I think that came across so well. It reminds me so much of the pilot where Stefan stalking Elena initially was just like so weird. And I was like, what? Because you think she's pretty? Like you've already been, I get him initially watching her, trying to make sure she's not Catherine. But he knew that by now, that she's nothing like Catherine. So why is he still there? And it's like, okay, maybe you've watched her and you're interested in her, but why are you still stalking a little bit? It's weird to do this stalkery behavior after you have the opportunity to actually know her in real life. Why are you still behaving that way? And then at the end, when they kind of reveal that the connection for him is in the fact that she understands the level of grief and sadness that he's experienced being a vampire who's been alive for forever, it connects them in a way, and it makes him so curious, but yet he can't quite share all of that without telling her he's a vampire, which he doesn't want to tell her that for, probably a multitude of reasons. But it kind of redeemed a lot of that, and it made it come full circle and make sense for me, and this moment made sense for me too. Like I said a lot through the episode, that Damon's behavior felt icky. I didn't like it. I didn't like how they're making him feel predatory and gross, and it just doesn't fit with the Damon that we get to know. This redeemed it for me. This moment made it all make sense and made it all worth it. And now I would say I'm okay more so with the behavior in the beginning of the episode, because this made it very clear that Damon in the beginning of the episode, like the first 3/4 of the episode, up until that last bit, him sleeping with Caroline, I think was partly because he just wanted to and it sounded fun. And he was like, also she's an in with the information department and she's food. So like she serves 3 purposes. And I don't think that he had to convince her to sleep with him. I think she wanted to. So I don't think it was assaulty, but it's still riding the line of being kind of icky. But like him doing that, him saying the comments about Elena and trying to like goad Stefan by sexualizing her, and then him trying to compel her there at the game, all of that really icky behavior stuff. Now, with this scene at the end of him watching Elena sleep, it feels like that was the first time we've really seen Damon on screen. Like that was the first moment where Damon was actually Damon. This other two, like these other bits of him behaving has been him almost like, and I think we see it when we see flashbacks of him and Catherine. I think when he was with Catherine, he was wearing a costume. He was portraying what he thought she wanted. And so he puts on this attitude and this like charisma and this behavior that isn't really natural to him, but it's the persona he wears for her. And I think he's doing it right now for her. And when he's with Elena, he doesn't feel like he has to. It's opening a door for him of maybe I can be myself and maybe I am likable or whatever. And it's like, it's not like he's fully like changed, but it's definitely like, it's flipped a switch for him. And it's very clearly played out and it's so well done. And I have to say that from the beginning of the episode to the end, I feel completely differently. Now I would say I really enjoyed that episode. So let me say, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm not allowed to give halves or anything. It has to be full numbers. I would give this episode, It was definitely higher than the pilot for me, and I believe I gave the pilot a 7. Maybe I should put a ranking on the screen. That could be fun. Oh gosh. I would say I would give this an 8. Honestly, like, we're building the Elena and Stefan. Stefan still isn't quite hitting for me. We're gonna get there, and I know that, but right now he's just not quite there for me. The Damon stuff, fantastic. The way it ended up playing out, loved it. It revealed so much. I like the Caroline parts. That was great. I loved how Matt showed up. I'm sad to see Tanner go because I feel like he could have ended up being a decent person had he gone through some changes, and I'm sad when somebody dies who doesn't need to die. But I'm excited for the new character next week. That'll be fun. The only thing that I really missed in this episode was seeing Jenna. But I always want to see Jenna. So yeah, and I'm going to say an 8 out of 10 for me. So let's find out what is this episode rated on IMDb. Episode 3, 7.9! IMDb and I are on the same wavelength with this one, 7.9. It was good. I liked it. I truly enjoyed it. So that is going to be it for this reaction. But I'm really excited to continue watching this show, especially as things pick up and the characters become more themselves. It's so much more fun to watch that way. And then the show gets really, like, unhinged. And then it's even more fun to talk about. So hopefully this is fun for you guys. Even if it's not, I'm going to keep doing it because it's fun for me to do. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Remember, if you want to see the full video, make sure you're on Patreon because that's where the full video will be released. If you're on Patreon and watching this, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. You're making me feel like you're interested in what I'm saying. It makes me think you're making me feel so powerful. Making me feel like I'm the man. Anyways, sorry. I'm clearly tired and stressed. I'm going to go and get ready for my trip. And I will see you guys in the next one. And then I will also start seeing you guys for Lost. And that's going to be so much fun. So anyways, thank you for watching. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.